But then, so that was our first game. And then Laos came up, and they were that was the hosts, weren't they?
Now that you played Cambodia, no, yeah, you had to play Laos.
Laos were good. Laos were very strong, and we were a bit caught because we were high in confidence. We won 5-0 to them. That was a great start in the tournament. And then we played Laos, and we went 2-0 down in the first half, and their second goal was a worldie goal. A guy called it half volley. Yeah. Neil's a big guy, and Neil was like stretching for it, and I was like, 2-0 down, and it was quite a little bit intimidating because it was going to be a rough game because they were quite physical, leaving in foot, so it's hard to get back into the game and that. And then I remember and then second half, Coach Simon spoke to us, and then we went out and we actually started to do the right things, and I remember we got a penalty. Ian got fouled.
Soft penalty in my opinion, but
the ref gave it. That's football. So Phil took it. 2-1. We're back in it.
74th minute.
74th minute, and then came to so we're 2-1 down, and we needed to win this game, or not win this game. We needed to get something from this game, and I remember Neil getting a goal kick, near the half line, and we're like, put everyone in the box. It's not near the end of the game, and I remember Neil just clipping it in, and I remember it just, I know the ball went in the net, but I actually don't remember it, the feeling of it hitting my head. I just remember just jumping up and it just went in, and the goalie came out a bit, but he couldn't have got it. But it was nice to get that goal.
How late was it?
94th minute. So that's 1 point we gained from that, and then we knew that was. Then it came to our last game. Was it our last
Cambodia?
The Cambodia, and we were so nervous in that game.
But that game, it was ended goalless, but they were probably down to the bare bones because the players were injured. Jason was out because of a suspension. Manny Ott was really young.
Yeah,
It was probably 18 then.
Yeah, exactly. And so getting that 1 point helped us qualify.
And without that goal,
none
of this would have happened.
No, exactly.
We wouldn't have been sitting here.
We wouldn't have gone to Hanoi. So you're right. Yeah, very thankful, mate, that you bring that goal up. But yeah, I was just when it comes up, people say, how's it feel to score? I love scoring, but I really do like just winning. I want to win, and I want the teams to do well because I know as a group it's better to share glory with as a group. And that feeling of scoring that guy and everyone running towards you, and just you live in that moment. And it reminds me of Hanoi, when you scored your goal, mate, and then just that feeling of hugging each other. I know it's a lot of touching, but it's just you feel part of something, and it really feels good.
But that's true, Chris. Probably the most underrated goal in the history of the Azkals was that goal because, I remember, Twitter wasn't popular then. Because it wasn't shown live. Yeah. That was the qualifiers. Yeah. What I was reporting from there, and at halftime, I would go down to the media center where there's Wi-Fi, and then type all the chances, all the updates, and send it to someone who's running the Filipino football blog spot website. Yeah. And then he's he's gonna put it there, and then go back and watch the second half, and then go down again. But really, at 2-0, I thought it was this is the same story. I've seen this. I've seen this before. We're gonna lose to Laos, and then it's gonna be another sad a flight home. But that goal was so significant.
Yeah, thanks so much for bringing it. But I'm not trying to balance out, but I think your goal against Singapore's underrated as well. Remember that first game?
Is it because you passed it to me?
Yes, I like to sing that. That's why I said I like to assist players as well. Because I remember that game, and it was Singapore, they're a big deal. They're a big deal when it comes to football in Southeast Asia. Strong.
They were strong.
They've got players. They got lots of their players over 100 caps, and
that same team won it 2 years later.
Exactly.
People forget that.
Yeah, exactly.
They were no mugs.
Exactly. And so when we played the first opening game, I think it's hard because we're very Americanized here with sports here, so people are not aware of a tie, equalising, and that 1 point, how valuable that 1 point is, or that one goal, to equalise, and especially in the dying minutes of a game, that drama, it's like a buzzer shot.
Yeah, but me, it was hard to justify to my editors. He was like, "Boss, that was an equalizer right at the death."
Yeah.
It's a big deal. It's 1 point against Singapore.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you just write it tomorrow. We'll wait for it tomorrow. Don't worry. Paper is close. Don't rush. Don't stress yourself out.
But yeah, I remember that. Like, I find it funny with your goal. Well, actually, a bit different Vietnam because there was a full stadium. But that Singapore game made me laugh because I remember Vietnam were the host, but they were playing after us. But so Singapore and Philippines ourselves are like guests, so we don't have got that many spectators for our game. So when we score, we run to the crowd, but there's no one there, and we're like jumping up.
I remember because at that time the games were back to back in the same stadium.
Yeah.
So Vietnam were playing. I think it was Myanmar after us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's 7-1.
So they were good.
So they won 7-1.
They were starting to trickle in. So there was probably a good few thousand but not obviously cheering.
Yeah,
for us.
because they were coming, and then we watched the game after because we just showered and changed, and like you just you hear the atmosphere. Like, oh my god, this is what we're gonna get when we played Vietnam. And then I remember just 7-1, and we're like, oh my gosh, and I remember I always say this is the part I remember of Vietnam, the trip. I remember the pundits and the commentators, I think on Fox Sports back then, they were saying our game against Vietnam will be a cricket score, and I'll never forget that because I was like, yeah, now look what happened.
But that goal against Singapore, because I remember it was all over you guys. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, Neil's been using his face, using every part of his body, and they had Alexander Durek.
Yeah.
He was old, but he was
effective.
still
he was top level, man.
Daniel Bennett was still in his prime. The midfielder, Mustafik Farudin was still.
Yeah.
Bayaki would have been there.
Yeah, Bayaki was there. Oh,
player.
That was like their golden generation. Like probably the late years of their golden generation.
I remember those games well because I remember when it comes against those teams as a right midfielder or a left wing midfielder, you're not going to get crosses in. You're not going to attack more. You are literally just running back and tracking the fullback to stop them. And you're basically a defender that game.
Yeah.
Salamat po for watching Across the Line. If you want to catch the entire episode, you can check us out on YouTube, and also you can download the episode on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and on Apple Podcasts.